Righto, so today I'm going to fit this bad boy to the 300. So to be honest, mate, one of the most disappointing things about the 300 series cruiser is that it's got throttle lag. Yep, like it's not very fun to drive off the line. Towing, it's fine once you get up in the torque curve and you're on like cruise control or if you're on the highway. But when you're getting around town or you're off-roading or towing around town, it's got a real soft spot when you want to take off. And I reckon that it's all just due to throttle lag, and I reckon this will fix it. So I'm going to show you how to install it. It's super easy. It's a plug and play DIY install you can do yourself. And along the way, I'll tell you a few of the features and benefits about the Torqit Pedal Torq. This is a Pedal Torq box. Inside, you've got a simple little harness with a piggyback clip or plug, and then you've got a controller. There you go, a couple up and down buttons. All you have to do is take the electrical plug off the throttle pedal in your 300, put this one in between, plug the original loom back in, then we're going to run this wire up behind the dash and then just use these stick-on pads and Velcro, mount it to the dash so you can control it like that. One more thing I want to tell you, and it's probably pretty relevant these days with the amount of crime and stuff going on, is that it has an anti-theft mode. So by going into a mode, you can press a few different sets of buttons. It actually turns it into a vehicle immobilizer as well. Righto, let's fit this bad boy up. I'm going to try my hardest to show you, but it is a tight spot, so it might be a bit difficult. But let's have a look. Oh, boy. One thing I should mention too is that these Pedal Torq modules, they're all vehicle specific, so they have the right software for your vehicle. It's not just a one size fits all sort of thing. Anyway, let's have a look in here. If I can try and squeeze this goey, there is your sort of fly-by-wire sensor control for your throttle in here. There you go. You have a couple of sensors in there that sense the position. And if we can get up on top, which is really hard to do in here, let's try and get up there. If you can see that, that there is the plug we have to undo. So what I've ended up doing to make it easier is there's 3 10mm nuts on studs that hold the whole controller onto your firewall. So I've just undone them, and it drops down enough like this for me to show you up here. Here's a little clip and the plug that we have to undo, and we'll put our harness onto that one. You get just enough room to drop it down, spin it around, and you can access that clip there. So now if we use a little seal pick like this, I should be able to reach in there, undo that clip and slide him off. There you go, look at that. So that is your throttle pedal unit out of the 300 series Land Cruiser. It's just held on by 3 10mm nuts through some studs out of the firewall and the electrical plug at the top, which I just showed you how to get off. Anyway, this is the Pedal Torq control module. Here's your little controller that goes on your dash. It's got some cable, only about 1 metre of cable, that'll tuck behind your compartment and come out on your dash there. On this end of the Pedal Torq harness you will have 2 plugs, one that goes into your pedal control and the other one will go into your ECU harness on your car, the one that you just unplugged. Alright, so it's a male and a female, super easy. Grab this one and it will clip straight on till you hear a click like that, and then grab the original ECU harness from the car when you put it back in, plug him straight into this one. Here is the Pedal Torq harness. Here is the original Toyota harness. Should be able to do it one-handed if I can maybe. Grab the Pedal Torq one, slide him straight into the original one and push down till it clicks. Click, there we go. Now all we have to do is mount the controller back on its studs and we'll run this cable up to the dash. Alright, so what I've ended up doing, I'll show you before I mount it. I pulled these 2 bits of dash panel off, took out the little credit card slot and just drilled a little hole in the side here, and then the cable comes through and I will mount the little cradle and holder just here, and then I'll pull the cable back through and tidy it up underneath. All we have to do is peel off the 3M tape off the Velcro, and then we've cleaned up our surface with metho. Slide him onto the controller so you know where you want it, and then boom, press and hold. Happy days. How neat's that? So the easiest way to show you how this thing works, I think, is talk through the modes. So you've got several different modes on this thing. So when there's no lights illuminated under the Torqit symbol means the unit's off. If you press it once, you'll go into eco mode, so you'll have a green light here, and then with your plus and minus buttons you've got 6 levels of adjustment. So you've got 3 green, and if you press the plus button, it'll go up to 3 red, which means you're at the highest level of adjustment. Now to go into cruise mode, all you got to do is hit the Torqit symbol again, and you will get a light in the middle, which means cruise mode, and then you can adjust up and down again to whichever suits your driving style. Now this one, the last one, will be sports mode. We click the Torqit symbol, that goes into sports mode, and then same again, we've got our levels of adjustment. Now I'm going to have to take it for a test drive to figure out which one's going to suit me. Now what also there is an anti-theft mode. So if you hold the 2 buttons together, the Torqit symbol and the plus button, you hold it until the red light flashes like so, that means it's in immobilized mode. So when you start your vehicle, your actual throttle pedal won't work. I'll show you. Let's start it. Watch the throttle. Nothing happens, eh? There you go. So it's like an immobilizer. To get out of that mode and drive it again, all you do is press those 2 buttons again. Lights stop flashing, throttle pedal, and we're away. That's the installation done. Seriously, it took all of 20 minutes, and 15 of that was pulling my dash off and drilling a little hole, make sure I know where I want it to go. Now it's time to fire it up and see how it goes. So I think the best way I'm going to be able to test this thing is just by giving it an actual test drive. Here's a real world situation. I haven't got it turned on. I'm just going to leave a car park and put my foot down, and this is normal, which is a bit underwhelming. Alright, so this is why I sort of wanted to install the pedal torque. So we'll just press the button 3 times, and then you can probably hear the engine too, but anyway, we'll go out. Oh, it's snappy already. Whee! And then wow, look at that. So with the same amount of pedal movement, yeah, that's fun. That's probably too much. I think if I left that on for Beck, she would she'd win Bathurst. We might try cruise mode. Yeah, cruise mode seems a little bit more subtle. Yeah, there we go. That's me. That's smooth, efficient power, not too snappy. That's good. I like that. That suits me perfectly. Oh yes, and it's there when you want it. Oh, it does go good. The 300's have got a heap of power, I tell you. But that just makes it heaps more drivable. Anyway, there you go. That's how you install and set up a pedal torque.